My Aunt Sharon, she was a primary school teacher in Cheyenne, Wyoming. She did that for over 30 years. She was a very independent, proud woman. I consider her a modern-day Calamity Jane. She loved the Western lifestyle that is the theme in living in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And when she retired from teaching at age 65, she just began to pursue her passions of collecting a lot of memorabilia and coins, firearms, and antiques. And she really enjoyed her retirement up through about age 78. There was actually a wellness call from the Cheyenne Police Department because they found her wandering around outside during the wintertime, and the neighbors were concerned. And at that point, then we used that information with the doctor. The doctor did certify her as having cognitive decline and dementia. And my father was able to start acting on this power of attorney, the financial and health care. And it became clear that we needed to transition her to assisted living. When my father and I started the process of financial management for my aunt, we were very concerned about what her income streams were. So there was Social Security, and she had a pension. And the Social Security amounted to about $2,300 a month. She had waited to the longest period of time before she'd get it, so she would get the maximum. And then her pension totaled about $3,000 a month. And so the total, $5,300 a month was pretty good income in retirement. And she was able to fund all of her fund collecting to excess. So in her bank account, she had, when we started over, about $20,000. Then in her retirement, when we totaled it all up with all of her retirement accounts, it was right at about $300,000. Then we went through the whole process to liquidate her house. She owned it, so it was fully paid for. And all the contents of her house, there's quite a bit there. And the net proceeds of that were about $350,000, which was quite a bit. So totaling retirement and the proceeds from her house, we had over $650,000, and those would serve to take care of her for the rest of her life, along with that retirement income, pension, and Social Security. And we moved her into assisted living, and that eventually got to be about $11,000 a month total, with the surcharge and being in memory care. And I had done some evaluation on that, and again with the assistance of my wife, and that actually for Cheyenne and in general was a very reasonable amount of money for the kind of care that she was getting as assisted living and memory care. So we were able to forecast that she'd be able to stay in this assisted living for at least 6 years under the status quo. So that was as great relief. To move her to a skilled nursing facility, it only went up in cost to about $14,000 a month. And it didn't significantly modify my dad's forecasting of what she would need to live. So we looked at 3 different skilled nursing facilities in the area that could be candidates for her. And right off the bat, one of them would not take the hospice care that she was currently under. If we moved her to that facility, they would want us to use a different hospice situation, and we wanted to keep continuity of care. We trusted them, and they were doing a great job in taking care of her, so that removed one from the equation. And then the other facility just didn't have the kind of strength and ratings, so I went with the one that seemed the best candidate there, and they were great. They received us and really put forth how much they wanted to work with us, assured us that should she get to a place where she would have to transition to Medicaid, that would not be a problem. And so that made it really easy for us to make that decision. I knew that this transition would be hard on her and to anticipate a decline. And so when she moved, She was there about 6 weeks, so it really wasn't that much time for her. And I'm grateful for hospice for being there, because family couldn't be there at end of life, and hospice was there and assured us that she died peacefully, and couldn't have been more comfortable in that moment.